everyone, this is ParallaxStella, and I'm finally doing the Q&A video you guys asked for several weeks now. I've just been super busy with work, and every time I had a day off, I've basically been just sleeping and trying not to get sick because it's the season. Anyway, so you guys asked me a bunch of questions on stream one night, and I wrote them all down. I might throw in a different story or two just to keep things a little interesting because there weren't too many questions. But yeah, I guess we'll go on to the questions now. Yay! Question number 1. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done? I'd have to say that the dumbest thing I've ever done I did in high school. It was my junior year, and a bunch of friends came by the apartment that my family and I were living at currently, and this is when I was living in Korea, so the apartments were super tall. Not relevant to the story, but they came by at midnight and they're like, hey, you should come down, you should come out and hang out with us. And I was like, well, it's midnight. But they was like, oh no, come on man, it's cool, we'll be back before your parents wake up. So of course I thought that maybe if I left the house to go hang out with these people that I would be cool, and in turn they would like me. It was the dumbest thing I've done to date because I really regret my decision to go out. Mostly because my dad found out and it wasn't exactly the best experience ever, but also because nothing productive ever came of it. So that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. Next question. What's the most you've ever been mad at? Definitely moving to Korea during my high school career. I was a sophomore in high school when I got the news that my dad was transferring my mother, my sister, and I to Korea. The thing is, he had lived in Korea for about a year by himself because he was actually in the army. He had gotten an ROTC scholarship, and he had gone through dental school, and he was now serving his time in the army for, giving him the scholarship. And it turned out that we were supposed to live in Korea for 2 years, and, I had just gotten a boyfriend who I thought was, like, the one, of course, because I was in high school, we all go through that thing. Anyway, I had just gotten a boyfriend, I had just figured things out with my friends, and, I was doing well in classes, and I had just gotten into, like, the top tier orchestra class that you could get into at that time. And I was upset because everything that I've been building my life in, like, just in this town, in this city, because I just settled down, I just found out who I was, it was very upsetting to me. So I was very, very angry with my parents. I didn't forgive them for about a year when I lived in Korea, and it was so upsetting for me because, first of all, when you're a teenager, your emotions are already really heightened. But the fact that I had to move to a totally different country, which even though I was, even though I knew I was Korean, even though I knew my ethnicity and my background, moving to Korea, that didn't mean I knew anything about that country I was living in. Like, I was born there, but that was about it for me. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I barely spoke the language unless it was to my parents. So, aside from it being a culture shock, it was also kind of like a reality check to me because when I moved, I literally had no one except for my family who I resented for making me move. So that's probably the most I've ever been mad at in my life. So how long have you been streaming on Twitch? I've been streaming since June this year, and I don't plan on stopping. I didn't mean to end up streaming like this, but I had been playing The Walking Dead on my YouTube channel, and I didn't want to go through an hour game footage to chop it up into 12-minute videos. So I decided to just go ahead and stream it one night because I actually had a computer that could run games. And people came to hang out, I ended up talking to them, and I actually really enjoyed my time streaming, and it was honestly probably one of my best gaming experiences ever. So yeah, I've been streaming since June, don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Anyway, next question. What is the best moment in your life so far? The best moment I've had in my life so far would probably have to be a recent event. As most of you guys know, I'm streaming for Extra Life, and I haven't been able to do a 24-hour live stream due to work scheduling, but one night I was playing Portal 2 and failing miserably at it, but I mentioned to my stream viewers that I'll be, live streaming for Extra Life, that I'm trying to raise money, that they don't have to be at the stream to donate or to help out, and I told them how much it meant to me, and I actually ended up beating my goal of $100, which I thought I wouldn't even raise because I'm not that big of a streamer, I'm not that big of a person yet, but the fact that someone donated that much money, like, you know, everyone donated that much money combined just for the cause of charity that I was supporting, it meant so much to me because I would love to give more back to the community. And to me, that was a very proud moment. That was a very... I was overjoyed. I was ecstatic. It was like, oh my god, I'm actually doing something with this. I'm actually helping other people. I'm doing something productive with my life. This is going somewhere. Like, I am making a difference. Because that's all I want to do. I want to help out people. I want to be able to make a difference in other people's lives, and I want them to be able to enjoy the things in life that I've gotten to enjoy as well. Like, it's a privilege everyone is entitled to have. So for me, that was probably the best moment of my life so far. What is your favorite anime? Favorite anime of all time? Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. What is my favorite video game? My favorite video game series would have to be Mass Effect. I've not finished it, so don't you dare spoil anything for me. I swear to God, I will rip your throats out. My favorite game, like standalone game, would have to be Titanfall at the moment because I really like the game. It's really cool, it's got great mechanics, and I really like parkour. So yeah, that would be my favorite game, but favorite game series, Mass Effect. How did I get into parkour? Funny and nerdy story. So over, I think 2-3 summers ago, I was actually watching someone's gameplay of Mirror's Edge because I'd never seen this game before, I never played it, but I really wanted to know what it was, and when I saw that Faith Connors was doing parkour and it was a, you know, first person sort of view, I was immediately intrigued. I loved the concept of it, and when I looked up parkour and freerunning on YouTube, I was like, oh my god, this is a real thing. I have to know this. So first time I ever tried doing parkour by myself, I actually ended up injuring my toe. So I could not practice for about 6 months. But then I found a group over in Indianapolis where I'm located, and I started training with them, and that's how I got into parkour. I just literally did some research about communities around me, and yeah, I have Mirror's Edge to thank for getting me into this awesome lifestyle because it's incredible. So yeah, nerdy story, but I mean, hey, Mirror's Edge is a kick-ass game, and parkour is kick-ass, and I'm kick-ass, so it all works out. What is my greatest childhood memory? Okay, this is gonna sound a little weird, but my greatest childhood memory was when I was in elementary school, and we were playing this weird game of tag and capture in jail at recess. Basically what was happening was we played girls against boys, and there was this line of trees that was signified as the jail, and basically the girls ran around and the guys had to come and catch us, right? Now if we got put in jail, one of our teammates could come over and pull us out, and we'd be free and the game would be infinite. What happened was I started running as soon as, you know, the boys were released or whatever, and, you know, the girls are screaming like, oh my god, no, don't catch me, oh no! And I was just like, ha, try and catch me. I've always been really competitive, and I've always been really active, so I started sprinting all around the playground. No one would even come near me because they knew they weren't going to catch me, and they didn't even try. And it was really kind of sad at one point because I let myself be captured because I was so bored because no one was coming after me. But that's probably my greatest childhood memory, knowing that I could outrun all the kids in my grade. I don't know, it was just a fun time for me. What is my one greatest regret? I don't really have a one regret, and since I'm not really done living life, I don't have a greatest regret. But I guess the biggest regret I have in my life to date is that I focused so much on the drama that was going on during high school when I was growing up. I focused so much on stuff that wasn't studying or stuff that wasn't about my future that I kind of got lost. I got lost in what I wanted to do. I lost faith in what I wanted to be when I grew up because I was so focused on what other people thought of me. So that's my greatest regret, just not focusing on myself and focusing on having other people like me. And, you know, granted, I got over that. I'm fine now. Like, I have accepted myself for who I am. If you don't like me, you don't like me. You know, if you respect me, I respect you. But that's definitely one of my biggest regrets, just focusing on other people and not on myself. What is one goal you want to achieve in 5 years? Well, okay, I have a lot of things I hope I can achieve in my lifetime. In 5 years, I hope to God that I'll be where I really want to be. Like, what I've been dreaming of doing for a long time, I hope I can be there. Like, I hope that I can be a cosplay guest. I hope that I can be like a stream guest or a gamer guest at conventions I go to. I hope that I can get partnered with Twitch. I hope that I can have a YouTube channel that's running, you know, up and weekly, that people come and watch and hang out at streams more often, and that I get to stream more often, like that becomes my main career. I really hope that takes off, because honestly, I'd rather be broke and doing what I love than be rich and doing something I hate. Which sounds really cliche, but once you find what you want to do, you'll realize that it's a lot easier to invest your life and dedicate a lot of time to that than it is to just go through the motions with this one job or career option that you think you can like in the future, but you'll actually end up regretting for the rest of your life. And last but not least, what are your values in life? Okay, this is going to be a little bit lengthier. I'm going to try to summarize it as best as I can because I could go on for hours and hours about my values in life. But basically, my values in life, or my morals/rules, are respect others, smile as much as you can, and touch others in ways to make them smile. Like, you know, don't actually go touch them because that's creepy. Why would you do that? Just what I want you to do is, if you see someone frowning or if you see someone who's having a bad day, like, go up to them and talk to them, smile a lot. See if you can't make your smile be contagious. That's what I really like to do. At work, when I'm not feeling great, I smile a lot, and you know, sometimes that smile becomes contagious, and then that makes my smile more genuine because I see other people smiling and being happy because of what I've contributed to. And that's a great feeling. Don't let anyone treat you less than you treat others. What you give is what you'll get back. I know that's an incredibly cliche thing to say, but it's so true. If you put in the time and effort to be kind to others, you'll get kindness and respect back. If you're gonna be a douchebag, they're gonna be a douchebag back to you, and you're gonna get bad karma, my friend. Treat others how you would like to be treated, and you'll get that in return. It's that simple. Most people don't understand that concept. Work hard and the rest will follow. Just focus on what you really want. Figure out what it is that you want. I understand that it's going to take some time. I mean, it took me 3 years to figure out what really I wanted to do. And even now I'm still, you know, floundering about on the details because it's hard. It's really hard to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life, because that's a lot of years to be doing that one thing. So choose wisely. Take as much time as you need to figure it out, because trust me, you're gonna want to spend that time figuring out what you want to do. I try to love as wholeheartedly as I can. I know it's really hard to do in this day and age, especially with trust being such a big issue, but you know, giving others the benefit of the doubt is sometimes not a bad thing. But be careful, be cautious. That's my one advice. And this is a huge thing in my book, this is a huge thing in my life. Leave no path unturned. Try something out, try something new. I mean, you may end up hating it, you may end up not liking it, but hey, at least you can say that you tried it. You won't be completely shunning this one thing that you haven't tried just because you don't like the sound of it. Who knows, maybe you'll actually like eggplant, which God knows why you would. I hate eggplant, that's the worst food I've ever had. But, you know, go try something. Try cliff diving, try taking a photography class, try uploading a video to YouTube, try streaming, try talking to someone at school that you see sitting by themselves. Try something new. Try to introduce yourself to something new every day. That's what I like to do. Because honestly, in the end, when you're lying on your deathbed or when you're facing the end of your life, personally, I would like to say, oh, I've uncovered every rock, every stone that I would like to have covered. Like, I've tried this, I've tried that, I know what I've lived. I've lived. I would like to be able to say that I actually lived instead of breathed and just woke up every day of my life. Discover all the possibilities that you have. Because you've got a bunch of years to live for yourself, so why not have fun with it? Anyways, so that is the end of this Q&A video. It was actually a lot longer than I meant it to be, but I had a lot to say because I talk a lot. Anyways, I like to stream almost every day. It's about every other day now, so follow me on my Twitch channel, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any more questions and would like to see an extended Q&A video again, just leave me a comment, and I'll see what I can do. Alright, see you guys.